Hey guys, today we're going to make a video on this Hampton floodlight. So now of course this is the Hampton floodlight that I recently got this. So of course in one of my other videos where I showed that Brinks 90 watt par 38 halogen bulb, this was the floodlight that it came out of. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting this together today, and we'll be taking a look at this light as well. So I have an idea for this. I have two of these, but for now, what we're going to do is we're going to put up one today, or we're gonna put one together in this video today. So what I'm going to use this for is I'm going to do some uplighting, like for my bedroom lighting. So I have an idea for this. And eventually, I'll eventually show that off in another video when I eventually get the second one put up. But today we're just going to only put up one. We're only going to set up one today. But yeah, this is going to be really cool. So now, sure enough, yes, this comes with the bulb. You're probably wondering, why do I have a BR30 bulb? Well, the thing is, of course, I don't want to use like that bright of a bulb. So what we're going to end up doing is we're going to end up putting a 65 watt BR30 incandescent bulb in there. And eventually I'll be adding a dimmer switch that will be controlling these. So I'll be able to dim these incandescent bulbs that I put in there. So I'm going to end up putting BR30s inside of these floodlights. And that's how they'll work. So yeah. But of course what we'll do is we'll take a look at the box of the floodlight. So as you can see is the Hampton floodlight. So now, I think, believe it or not, I think these fixtures were manufactured in 2005. So these are quite old, but they are very nice fixtures. I got this at my local Ollie store for 10 bucks, which that was actually a great deal. Of course, bronze. It's got a nice bronze finish. Now, as you can see, the box is not in the best condition on this side, as you can see, but if you want to pause and read that, you can. Of course, it includes a 90 watt bulb, which outputs 1300 lumens, which that's very bright. Of course, 90 watt par 38 halogen. So you can kind of fit any kind of bulb you want in this fixture, which is nice. But of course, if you're using this outside, you want to use a par 38, not a BR30 bulb. But since this is going to be used inside, I'm going to be using the BR30 bulb in this fixture. Of course, you do have some information on the bottom here, so if you want to pause and read that, you can. Of course, there's that side. And it's kind of the same thing on this side, except this side's in Spanish, as you can see. So, yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at our floodlight and see what we get. So as you can see, this is what the kit includes. So you get the hardware, so you get a very nice gasket, which that's nice. So I think we probably will install the gasket too. I mean, might as well, since it comes with the gasket, so I guess we can install the gasket. Now, here's the junction box that we're going to use. You're probably wondering, well, why am I going to use a white junction box for this floodlight? Well, this is the junction box that I have on hand, so this is what we're going to be using. And plus, where this light's going to be, you're not going to really see the junction box for this light anyways, because it's going to be hidden behind a cabinet for the uplighting. So, yeah. But this is the junction box we're going to use. And then, of course, the mounting hardware. So this is like it has like a special plug-in, as you can see. And I'll also show that as well on the fixture. This does have a plug-in on the fixture as well. So the way this works is this plugs right into the fixture, which that's kind of interesting. Now, what you also probably saw in the box as well, as you might have already seen, you can add a motion sensor to this floodlight, which that was a separate part that you could get for this floodlight, but unfortunately they didn't have that at the Ollie store. The only thing that they had were the floodlights. But yeah, so oh yeah, of course our floodlight does include these wire caps, so we might use their wire caps, or we might use the ones I got, but maybe in this case we'll use these ones that are included since they're in the kit. So of course there's our nice mounting bracket. As you can see, we do have a grounding screw on the back. So yeah, there's our hardware. Of course, we'll take a look at our instructions. So the instructions, what's really cool about the instructions is you can see the different styles of floodlights that they sold. They sold a triple version, a double version, and then the single version is the one that I have. They also sold this. They also sold these in the halogen floodlights as well, like the rectangular ones and the round BI pin halogen floodlights. If you can, yeah, there you go. You can kind of see all that. So if you kind of want to pause and read the instructions, you can. It's kind of hard to get this to fit in here. But as you can see, this is what the kit includes. It includes wire caps, the screws, the plug-in, and the 90-watt halogen bulb, which that's nice. And then, yeah, of course, here's the date. It's the Hampton products. This was manufactured in 2005. And then, of course, it tells you how to mount this. Oh, yeah, it does show the motion sensor, as you can see. So now, I don't know how well this will work. I don't know if this will even work without the motion sensor, so I might even have to rewire this. But we'll see how this works when we first wire it in. It might say it needs the motion sensor to power on, but we'll see if we can do away without the motion sensor, hopefully. Because we don't need the motion sensor in this case, but if we do need it, I'll probably have to end up rewiring this floodlight. Of course, here's the other products that they sold, which, as you can see, there's the motion sensors, as well as their little their motion plug as well. So that's pretty cool. So I don't know. This might talk about having to have the motion sensor, so we'll see if this will work with without the motion sensor in this case. But for now, what we'll do is we'll set the instructions off to the side, and we'll take a look at our floodlight. So I am hoping at this point we can use this without the motion sensor, because the motion sensor piece is really hard to find. So yeah, take that out. Grab our floodlight out of here and kind of just set that back in the box, and we'll move that off to the side. And of course, here is our floodlight, as you can see, with the very nice Brinks halogen bulb inside. Of course, it is very nicely packaged, as you can see. So we'll go ahead and take the package wrapping off. Yeah, here's the floodlight. As you can see, it does seem to be pretty decent quality. This is all metal construction, which I do like that. Unfortunately, this is plastic construction on the base part, but at least the good thing is this is all metal construction, so I do like this. It's also the perfect uplight fixture, as you can see. Of course, this is where the motion sensor would go, so you take this off, which I can actually unscrew it. And there's your plug-in for the motion sensor option. So yeah. Oh, this actually might work without the motion sensor, because as I just noticed, see, it's got this little knob here. So I guess this probably plugs this in, so it'll actually work both ways. So if that's the case with this floodlight, then that's nice. So maybe this will work after all. Because if that's like a special button that like pushes it down and makes the floodlight work, then we'll be good in this case. So hopefully that's the case with this floodlight. I'm not sure. Well, it did sound like that is a switch, because I did hear a click noise when I tightened this back down. So believe it or not, that might be a switch. So I think it will work, hopefully, in this case. But we'll see. Very nice adjustable floodlight, as you can see. So yeah, this is really nice. So what we'll go ahead and do is we'll go ahead and take the bulb out in this case. Of course, we have the little cardboard sleeve around it, which protects the bulb. So we'll take the original bulb out, because of course, as I said, we're going to be inserting that BR30 bulb. But of course, here's the socket. As you can see, it's a very nice socket. And then of course, here's the Brinks halogen bulb. And of course, there's the base again of the halogen bulb. So yeah, this is a very nice halogen bulb. We'll set the bulb off to the side. And this is going to be the bulb that we're going to be using in it. So as you can see, it can accommodate any kind of bulb you want in it. So yeah. So now what we'll do is we'll go ahead and set this up. So I'm really excited for this. So of course this is the cord that we're going to be using. This cord came off of a vintage low voltage transformer that went bad, so we're going to be using this cord. Of course I pre-stripped it, so we're good to go. So this is a very nice vintage cord, as you can see. So this cord will work perfectly for this. Of course, our junction box, which I already showed, and our hardware. So this is what we'll go ahead and do is we'll get started, and we'll put this together. So of course what we'll end up doing is I guess we can end up tightening this down for now, because this will be like this. It'll be used as an uplight, so it'll be kind of like this. So this will be our uplight fixture, which will be really cool. So yeah, and of course here's the back. So this is the plug-in right here, so that's where you plug this into the back of it, and that's your little plug-in option. So as you can see, this says for wall or ceiling mount only. But yeah, it's pretty lightweight without the heavy par 38 bulb in it, so that's why we're going to be using a lighter bulb and more of like a lower wattage bulb for this fixture. But yeah, other than that, of course, here's the UL listed sticker, incandescent fixture. Now the sticker on this says 2004, but on the instructions it says it's really from 2005. So we kind of got two different date codes going on there. But yeah. So then you just, I guess, wonder how you, oh yeah, it just comes out, and then your little screw goes right there in the middle. So what we'll go ahead and do is we'll go ahead and set this up. I think we'll probably make a part 2 on this, since this is kind of long. So yeah, we'll make a part 2 on this. So anyways, thanks for watching, and have a great day, and stay tuned for part 2 when we get all hooked up.